The Holy Spirit looks through me today. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. Christ asks that he may use my eyes today, and thus redeem the world. He asks this gift that he may offer peace of mind to me, and take away all terror and all pain. And as they are removed from me, the dreams that seem to settle, the dreams that seem to settle on the world are gone. Redemption must be won. As I am saved, the world is saved with me. For all of us must be redeemed together. Fear appears in many different forms, but love is one. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. My Father Christ has asked a gift of me, and when I give it, it be given me. My Father Christ has asked a gift of me, and when I give it, it be given me. Help me to see and use the eyes of Christ today. Help me to use the eyes of Christ today, and thus allow the Holy Spirit's love to bless all things, which I may look upon, that his forgiving love may rest on me. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. 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 The Holy Spirit looks through us today, me today. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today here at Dreamweaver Park in Tulsa. And I'm Forgiveness Willie, teaching forgiveness from the Ozarks, here for Lesson 295 in A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles, which will be the same readings today out of the original edition. You can use either book, it'll be the same reading. The Holy Spirit looks through me today for Wednesday, October 22nd of 2025. And let's go ahead and read through it. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. We just sang it, but let's read through it. Christ asks that he may use my eyes today and thus redeem the world. Use your eyes. The Holy Spirit wants to look out at the world through your eyes and redeem the world. Redeem it from sin and see the beauty of creation and everything. He asks this gift that he may offer peace of mind to me and take away all terror and all pain. And as they are removed from me, The dreams that seem to settle on the world are gone. Redemption must be won. As I am saved, the world is saved with me, for all of us must be redeemed together. Fear appears in many different forms, but love is one. My Father Christ has asked a gift of me, and one I give that it be given me. Remember, what you give is what you're going to receive. So look what he says. My Father Christ has asked a gift of me, and one I give that it be given me. He wants you to look out with your eyes, let the Holy Spirit look at the world through your eyes to see a world forgiven, a world innocent, a world free of pain and suffering. Help me to use the eyes of Christ today, and thus allow the Holy Spirit's love to bless all things which I may look upon, that His forgiving love may rest on me. You want to give what you want to receive. So let's look at the world as forgiven so that we can realize that we live in a forgiven world. And then back at page or two, what is the real world? Number 8. The real world is a symbol like the rest of what perception offers, yet it stands for what is opposite to what you made. Your world is seen through eyes of fear and brings the witnesses of terror to your mind. The real world cannot be perceived except through eyes forgiveness blesses. So they see a world where terror is impossible and witnesses to fear cannot be found. The real world holds a counterpart for each unhappy thought reflected in your world, a sure correction for the sights of fear and sounds of battle which your world contains. The real world shows a world seen differently, through quiet eyes and with a mind at peace. Nothing but rest is there. There are no cries of pain and sorrow heard. Nothing but rest is there. There are no cries of pain and sorrow heard, for nothing there remains outside forgiveness. And the sights are gentle. Only happy sights and sounds can reach the mind that has forgiven itself. What need has such a mind for thoughts of death, attack, and murder? What can it perceive surrounding it but safety, love, and joy? What is there it would choose to be condemned, and what is there it would judge against? The world it sees arises from a mind at peace within itself. No danger lurks in anything it sees, for it is kind, and only kindness does it look upon. The real world is the symbol that the dream of sin and guilt is over, and God's Son no longer sleeps. His waking eyes perceive the sure reflection of His Father's love, the certain promise that He is redeemed. The real world signifies the end of time, for its perception makes time purposeless. The Holy Spirit has no need of time when it has served His purpose. Now He waits but that one instant more for God to take His final step, and time has disappeared, taking perception with it as it goes, and leaving but the truth to be itself. That instant is our goal. It contains the memory of God. And as we look upon a world forgiven, it is He who calls to us and comes to take us home, reminding us of our identity, which our forgiveness has restored to us. Isn't that nice? And today, when you tell yourself throughout the day, the Holy Spirit looks through me today, be sure you're actually doing that. I just got out of the sauna and I'm still sweating a lot. I'm very thirsty. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. You know, you'll know that the Holy Spirit's looking through you if what you see is joyful, making you happy, making you feel inspired. And if it's not, well, then ask for the miracle so that you can re-perceive the world through the eyes the Holy Spirit blesses. Do that every hour of the day today. When you do that, check making sure you're at peace, and if not, ask for help. Being joyful, actually, not just peaceful, even though they're really the same thing. Keep in mind that you want to ask for guidance during that hour too. You know, what do you want me to do, God? What do you want me to say, and to whom? And then before you go to bed at night, and as well as when you wake up in the morning, be sure to take a little longer period of time where you spend as long as you like sitting in the silence, watching your thoughts, maybe getting your thoughts to settle down and being still, so that you could hear the still small voice of God. Okay, let's go look in our text. Well, we're reading from the Manual for Teachers, and we're ready for number 2. Who are their pupils? And that'll be the same if you're following along out of the original edition. Who are their pupils? So remember, yesterday was who are the teachers of God? Isn't that what it says? Isn't that the title? Let me turn back a page. Who are God's teachers? Today, who are their pupils? Certain pupils have been assigned to each of God's teachers, and they will begin to look for him as soon as he has answered the call. They were chosen for him because the form of the universal curriculum that he will teach is best for them in view of their level of understanding. His pupils have been waiting for him, for his coming is certain. Again, it is only a matter of time. Once he has chosen to fulfill his role, they are ready to fulfill theirs. Time waits on his choice, but not on whom he will serve. Time waits on his choice, but not on whom he will serve. When he is ready to learn, the opportunities to teach will be provided for him. That so reminds me of the ancient saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Well, listen to this kind of spin on it. When the teacher is ready to learn, the opportunities to teach will be provided for him. So from the teacher's standpoint, when he's ready to teach, the students will come to him so that he can teach. Isn't that a neat way to look at it? When the teacher of God is ready to learn, the opportunities to teach will be provided for him. Paragraph 2. In order to understand the teaching-learning plan of salvation, it is necessary to grasp the concept of time that the Course sets forth. Atonement corrects illusions, not truth. Atonement, at one-ment, corrects illusions, not truth. Therefore, it corrects what never was. Further, the plan for this correction was established and completed simultaneously, for the will of God is entirely apart from time. So is all reality being of him. The instant the idea of separation entered the mind of God's Son, in that same instant was God's answer given. In time, this happened very long ago. In reality, it never happened at all. In time, it happened very long ago, where he thought he was separate from God, but in reality, it never happened at all. So, I find that the Manual for Teachers, like I've already told you in the last day or two, is a great place for a new student to kind of get familiar with what Course in Miracles is about. Because in the Manual for Teachers, Jesus has a series of questions that he asks that would be the questions that a new student might likely ask. So the new student gets a lot of questions answered, but it's mainly for the teachers of God to look at how would you answer these questions to a student. So he just answers them for you so that we can learn how to imitate Jesus. Paragraph 3. The world of time is the world of illusion. Not even reality, a dream. The world of time is the world of illusion. What happened long ago seems to be happening now. Choices made long since appear to be open, yet to be made. What has been learned and understood and long ago passed by is looked upon as a new thought, a fresh idea, a different approach. Because your will is free, you can accept what has already happened at any time you choose. And only then will you realize that it was always there. As the Course emphasizes, you are not free to choose the curriculum or even the form in which you will learn it. You are free, however, to decide when you want to learn it. And as you accept it, it is already learned. Paragraph 4. Time really then goes backward to an instant so ancient that it is beyond all memory and past even the possibility of remembering. Yet because it is an instant that is relived again and again and still again, it seems to be now. And thus it is that pupil and student seem to come together in the present, finding each other as if they had not met before. The pupil comes at the right time to the right place. This is inevitable because he made the right choice in that ancient instant, which he now relives. So has the teacher too made an inevitable choice out of an ancient past. God's will in everything but seems to take time in the working out. What could delay the power of eternity? And the last paragraph, 5. When pupil and teacher come together, a teaching-learning situation begins. For the teacher is not really the one who does the teaching. God's teacher speaks to any two who join together for learning purposes. And then when you come on and listen to Willie shared, you're basically listening to the Holy Spirit. Hopefully I'm doing this very thing where my lesson today says, the Holy Spirit speaks through me today. And, if I'm doing that consciously, well, then a whole lot more free, I allow the Holy Spirit to speak freely through me. And this is the way it is whenever you turn around to teach someone, that the Holy Spirit is the one speaking through you. So let's allow that. Let's consciously make that our choice. And I might encourage you to send these videos to friends of yours, a link, so that they can tune in with the Manual for Teachers. And you can tell them there's, it's only about 100 pages long. How many questions does he ask? Let me just turn to the last question. It's only 90 pages long. And the last question is number, I'm having a hard time turning my page here. Well, he defines several things there at the end. 6 different definitions: mind, spirit, and then before that, I'm having a hard time getting there. I don't know why my book it got a little humid yesterday in the rain, I think, and it's just kind of hard to turn the pages. I hate to take too much time, and I've turned page after page. I'm almost there. Oh, finally, 29. As for the rest, that was the last of the. So it looks like 28. What is the resurrection? Anyway, a lot of good questions. What is death, and is reincarnation so? A lot of good questions, about 30 questions. And it'd be a great place for a new student to get kind of a start before he starts on the text. Okay, the Holy Spirit looks through me today. I think we finished our. Let's read the last paragraph one more time. I'm not even sure we even finished it. When pupil and teacher come together, a teaching-learning situation begins, for the teacher is not really the one who does the teaching. God's teacher speaks to any two who join together for learning purposes. The relationship is holy because of that purpose, and God has promised to send His Spirit into any holy relationship. In the teaching-learning situation, each one learns that giving and receiving are the same. The demarcations they have drawn between their roles, their minds, their bodies, their needs, their interests, and all the differences they thought separated them from one another, fade and grow dim and disappear. Those who would learn the same course share one interest and one goal, and thus he who was the learner becomes a teacher of God Himself. The learner becomes the teacher of God Himself, for he has made the one decision that gave his teacher to him. He has seen in another person the same interests as his own. That's what we want to start learning to do more and more. Be empathetic. Begin to see the interests of others as our own. We'd think, well, how would I be happy if they're not happy? You know, that, of course, we want to learn to be happy even if they're not, because their being happy is an illusion. We want to wake them up from that illusion so they can join us in our eternal happiness that's never diminished, because we learn to see truly. Okay, the Holy Spirit looks through me today. Let's see, what holidays are going on around the world today? Diwali continues for the Hindus, Jains, Sikhs, and some of the newer Buddhists. Birth of the Bab. He was born on this day in 1819, the Bahai founder. Caps Lock Day. Clean Up the Earth Day. Eat a Pretzel Day. International Print Day. International Stuttering Awareness Day. Kof, capital K-O-F, Kof Awareness Day, which is, it's actually a Jewish observance of the second of Hirschvan for the letter Kof, which inclines us towards the holy. That letter Kof is a word in Judaism, evidently, that inclines us towards the sacred or the holy. Medical Assistance Recognition Day, Color Day, Knee Day, Make a Dog's Day, and give a dog a bone. Nut Day, Smart is Cool Day. You know, we want to use the mind, don't we? That's the path of Jnana Yoga, is using the mind to awaken to higher levels that the mind couldn't have reached. Support your local Chamber of Commerce Day. And then out of edible landscaping, we've got an Asparagus officinalis. That's the genus and species of asparagus. And this is the Jersey Night asparagus. And it says of the Jersey Night male asparagus, Jersey Night asparagus have extra large sprouts since no plant energy goes into seed production. Highly productive male plants are disease resistant and adaptable. Plant site should have good drainage. Space plants 18 foot apart in 3 foot wide perennial beds, so a 3 foot wide bed, but you want to plant your plants 18 inches apart. Do not go to the trouble of digging ditches for the plants. Just plant them in your prepared bed as any other potted plant. That's an important thing, because a lot of people tell you to dig real deep and then don't cover it totally with dirt. Let them come up a little bit, then put the dirt in until finally they've reached the surface and the roots are real deep. He's saying you don't have to do that with Jersey Giant. Do not go to the trouble of digging ditches for the plants. Just plant them in your prepared bed as any other potted plant. Mulch is good for keeping weeds down. After harvest, the 4-foot tall plants are pretty with fine fern-like appearance. Zones 3 through 10. Okay, and our word for peace today, we're going to take it from the Mennonite Low German of Germany, and they were mainly settled on the Vistula River Delta, going out to the Baltic Sea, which is actually out through Poland, and the Lower Rhine. And the word for peace in the Mennonite Low German is Vride. Vride be with you. Vride. Okay, and now let's close with our song. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. I tell you what, before I sing that, let me get one more little drink of water. Didn't have much water left there. Okay. Hey, and thank you all so much for joining me today. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. Christ asks that he may use my eyes today and thus redeem the world. He asks this gift that he may offer peace of mind to me and take away all terror and all pain. And as they are removed from me, the dreams that seem to settle on the world are gone. Redemption must be won as I am saved. The world is saved with me. For all of us must be redeemed together. Fear appears in many different forms, but love is one. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. My Father Christ has asked a gift of me, and one I give that it be given me. Help me to use the eyes of Christ. You use the eyes of Christ today. And thus allow the Holy Spirit's love to bless all things. Allow the Holy Spirit's love to bless all things, which I may look upon, that his forgiving love may rest on me, that his forgiving love may rest on me. Remember, what you give is what you receive. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. Looks through me today. And you know, I didn't look up that tree behind me. I do know it's a hackberry, though. You got my umbrella in the way, so you can't really see up much more. You can see a little bit of it. Anyway, it's a hackberry. Real white wood, kind of a unique looking bark if you're trying to identify it. Varies a little bit from a young tree to the older tree, but it always has a real big ridges on it. Anyway, it's a really nice wood to work with, a real white wood. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. Vride. Vride be with you. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It might be Vride or something, but we're going to go with Vride. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. Vride.